So in today's video, we're going to be doing a walkthrough of a resale property that one of my investors has bought. So the walkthrough will be a little bit different than what you would do for a new construction, or even what we do with some of our first-time home buyers. With this being an investment property, we know there's some repairs and things that are going to have to be made that we did not ask the seller to do. So if this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Baldwin County and the surrounding area, be sure to subscribe and tap that bell so you'll be notified each time we release a new video. My name is Rita Sessions. Along with my partner, Kayla Robinson, we're realtors with EXIT Realtor, making your coastal living dreams a reality. We also branched out a little bit from Baldwin County. I'm actually in Birmingham, Alabama. So we can sell anywhere in the state of Alabama. We do mainly stay down on the Gulf Coast, but we have partners throughout the United States. So if you're looking for property to buy or sell, contact us. We can connect you with one of our EXIT partners. So let's start the walkthrough of this home. It's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. It was built in the late 1960s, so it's not new construction like we're normally showing you. So we're gonna start taking a look at everything outside, and then I'll take you inside. This is a brick exterior with vinyl. We did do a home inspection on this property. There was nothing that showed up on the exterior. As you can see behind me, the vents for the crawl space, we did have some things show up for the crawl space. Fortunately, some of those items were under warranty, so those were repaired. I will not be taking you under the house. I did have them provide us with photos of the repairs that they did, and we had the home inspector come back out just to double check. So we're starting our final walk on the outside. You can start inside or outside, whichever you prefer. You just want to start on one side of the home, work your way all the way around the home, and make sure you look from top to bottom. And if there was any repairs that should have been done on the outside or inside, have those notes with you. And as you are walking through the home, check off that those were done, unless you had your home inspector go back out like we did to double check those items. Now, at this point in the process of purchasing, it's too late to negotiate new repairs. So you also want to do this type of walk before you make your offer to ensure if there's anything that is damaged on the home or you want repaired or that may not meet code, like the handrails on this porch do not meet building code. So if we were financing this home, the handrails would have to be brought up to code because it would have failed the appraisal inspection. So now we're going to go inside. And when we go in, you'll see that this home is, even though it's an older home, it was refurbished a couple years back. So it has some updates with countertops and flooring. It had a fresh coat of paint on it before we bought it. I did request in our negotiating of the home for the curtains and the rods to stay, as well as the TV that you'll see in the living room when we go back through. Something else that's not of code in this home was that door that I just opened up to go to the laundry room. With it being an exterior door and opening onto steps, that door should have opened to the interior. Now, you want to operate all of the mechanics of the home, make sure everything's working. Like I had raised the garage door up and I'm closing it now. And as we're going back up, you can see how dangerous these steps are. And that might have been pointed out during a home appraisal inspection as well. Now, like I said, there's several things in this home that we knew would need repair after we purchased it. We brought that to the seller's attention and used it to negotiate a discount in the price to accommodate for us to make those changes or repairs after we closed. Now, you'll also want to make sure the power and water is still on, so you'll be able to run the appliances. And when we get to the kitchen, you'll see that I turn on the stove and I also run the faucet to make sure it's working. Now, there's one area that a lot of buyers forget to check when they are out looking at properties to see if there's any previous damage. Here in this closet, you'll see the ductwork. With the age of this home, the central air had to be retrofitted for the house. So that's why that ductwork was in the closet. Now, we're working our way into the kitchen, and these are original cabinets from back in the 1960s. So here you see me doing the faucet, and then we check the stove to make sure it comes on. Refer back for a second. When you're out looking at homes to purchase, make sure you look under the sinks. See if there's been any leaky faucets. You also want to check the outbuildings. Make sure they're still in the same condition. Make sure no personal items was left by the seller. These outbuildings were in excellent condition. Now that we finished the walkthrough, I wanted to point out a few things about the house that I felt was kind of unique. One of those being it having all of the original windows, and the previous owner had added storm windows on the outside, so you could leave the interior window partially opened. And when we first came to look at the house, I went running over to close them because I thought the windows were open and the air conditioner was running. But I soon discovered it was just the look that she was going for with the partially open windows. Also, the kitchen cabinets, for them to be original, were in good shape. There was something unique outside, and this house has a storm shelter. It's small, but it will do the trick, and especially up here where they have had several tornadoes come through. And you definitely need to be careful if you go to a home that has one of these doors are heavy. And when I went to open it earlier, I nicked my leg on it. My investor also had to take a look at the air conditioner filter so we could pick some of those up and put them in before we head back down to Baldwin County. Thanks for going along with me today on this walkthrough. It wasn't very long because this house was pretty clean and it didn't have very many repairs that were needed. So we were fortunate in this purchase. And if you would like Kayla and I to find you an investment property or your dream home here in coastal Alabama, be sure to contact us and also subscribe and follow us so you can see what our adventures are here on the Gulf Coast. Stay up to date on the real estate market and things to see and do in our area. You can find our contact information in the description box below.